Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xa Talk Show. Today is 2021, May 5th, and we are going to do JavaScript coding, okay? We are going to continue the JavaScript coding to create a bygram, interactive bygram calculation. So let me show you. So I did a video. I did two or three videos before working on the interactive bygram. So what's interactive bygram? Let me show you, okay? So search for bygram. So you just go to Xali keyboard, okay? Just go to Xali keyboard and you pick, just go to any Xali keyboard page and go to the keyboard guide, then go to my blog, then bygram. So there it is, bygram work in progress. So you can see this. Okay, so I need to turn on JavaScript, refresh, so you can see the bygram. So this is what we did in last 2 or 3 videos, coding JavaScript with SVG, scalable vector graphics to create this. So for example, empty, then you see when you start to type and you start to see the bygram. So you can see right now there's a, for example, if I just type th, you can see the th becomes the most frequent, and here is the data. So th occurs 0.19% of the time, and ht occurs 0. For example, th space, th space, th space, th space, th space. So anyway, so that's a bygram. So, but as you can see, this bygram is not so good. It's not done yet because when you copy, for example, let's copy the entire page here and paste it here. You see, when you have lots of text, the bygram gets jumbled up. So we need to truncate. We have quite a few things to do. We have to truncate after, we want to have an option to show the top 20 bygrams, something like that. And also you can see the data is, you also need to truncate. Right now it's showing percentage. For example, th shows 0.06 times relative to all the other bygrams. Now it's better to show the count instead, like how many times th occurred. So, and also you see the label is no good. So let's go back here, and there, they are, them, they, him, he, she, so there are quite a few things to do. And also you see the label for the bygram, they need to have a count showing beside the label. So let's continue coding that bygram. Okay, so copy the URL, go to Xa Talk Show in page, go back here, open this file, show in page. Here is the Xa Talk Show page, and we are going to paste here. So that's today's bygram showing browser bygram calculator. Okay, so we are going to start to code that. Open that bygram calculator, and here is the web page. Now, so you can kind of ignore all this. That's a Google tracker, the Google, statistics. So you basically on this page, do I have to? So if you don't know what I'm doing, so check out the previous 2 videos. Just go to Xali YouTube Xali account, then today's date, then find the previous JavaScript topics. You'll find those 2 JavaScript bygram. We code it from scratch, no other libraries required, plain JavaScript. Okay, no comments. Okay, 2 people watching. That's just Bart and Ztron Crazy. Okay, so I'm going to start to code bygrams. If there's no people watching, I'm just going to code quickly. So bygram calculator. So here is the code. Yeah, I'm going to, so yeah, if you don't know what we did the previous 2 or 3 videos explained all these details. So first of all, what do we need to do? So first of all, these percentage, let's get them into count instead. Okay, but first of all, the HTML file, let me show you the few important things here. So the important things in the HTML is just these 3 lines. The first line is the 4 lines. Okay, so these 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 lines. The first one is the text area. Text area, that's where that's a box you type text. The second one is the SVG display area, which is actually just an empty div. You need that so that you can tell JavaScript to insert the SVG graphics there. Then there is this show box. Show box is kind of the place you want to insert the data. The data. The number of occurrences, the count of occurrences of bygram. Then the last one is the JavaScript code, of course. So yeah, so remember the text area, then the display area ID, then the showbox ID, then the JavaScript bygram calculator. Okay, let's open the JavaScript. Now magnify, full screen window. So here is the explanation, the documentation of what this script is doing. Okay, then the first part is we want to get those important HTML elements, text area, the show box, and the display area. We want to grab it. Then there's a bunch of functions. String to bygram. Okay, so this function takes a string and returns a JavaScript map object where the keys are the bygram strings, th or ab or bc cd. Then the value is number of occurrences count. So that's one function, string to bygram. Then we have sort map. So it's a map object and returns an array of entries sorted by the values. Okay, we need to sort it because when you display the bygram, you want them sorted. Okay, so let's get familiar with what functions we have in this JavaScript page. So sort map, we got that, we covered that. Then we have map filter. Okay, what does this do? Returns a new map where a function f key value returns true. What? Yeah, so you want to filter the map given a function as a criteria. If the function takes 2 arguments, key and value of the map, and if it returns true, that means that element stays in the map. Okay, so filter, yeah, why do you want to filter the map? Because in a bygram, sometimes you have punctuations, period, space, or comma, or question mark, or exclamation mark, or all sort of thing. Typically, when you compute bygrams, you don't consider punctuations or emoji as part of the bygram. Usually you are only concerned with the letters, the alphabets. Okay, but we should have an option so that people can click whether we want to have the bygram just the letters or including punctuation. So we need options. So let's write down what we need to do. Okay, so let's write down something we need to add. Okay, add a option so that the bygram is just letters or may include punctuation and any other character such as space. Okay. That's one thing we need to do. And another thing we need to do is add option so that only the top 20 bygram are included in the chart. Okay. Yeah, that's two things we need to do so far. And let's continue to look at the code. Okay. Map filter we need. Okay. Then we have function filter map. Takes a map object, returns a map object with keys that contain char that's not English letter. So this is a specific filter function for our bygram. It filters out any bygram that contains none letter. Okay, so let's rename it because this is not a good name. So filter map, let's rename it. So okay, go to top, call find and replace, type in filter map, enter, then replace it by filter map letters only. Okay, do that. Okay, so we have this function defined here and called here. Okay, filter map letters only. Now the function name explains itself. Fantastic. This is one of the good things you want to do when you have code. When it comes to the naming of functions, by just reading the name of the function, you understand what it does. Okay, filter map letters only. Let's see what else. Takes the map objects, returns a map object where keys that contain char that's not English letter. With only keys that wait. With only keys that contains only English letter. Okay, that's not so well worded, but let's leave it. Let's not spend too much time on this. Filter map letters only. Then next function, f compute percentage. Okay, given a bygram map object, return a map object where the values are ratio of sum of values. Okay, so technically this is not a percentage, because if you want percentage, you need to multiply them by 100. Okay, so this compute percentage, so where is it called? It's called once here. Okay. Okay, then let's see next. So the next function is draw SVG. Okay, so draw SVG is a bit big, not too many lines, 20 lines. Draw SVG. Draw SVG takes a map object and create a SVG of bar chart, and insert the SVG element into the display SVG display area element. Okay, so it just takes a map object. That's right. Okay, so that's this function. We are almost done. We are basically done. Then we have this update function, which calls all our functions before. Update constant bygram equals to f string to bygram. Okay, you take a string and convert it to bygram, and the string came from the HTML input element text area dot value. So that's a string, and you turn it to bygram, so you got a bygram map. object. Okay, then you take the bygram map, then you sort it, then you filter it, and leaving only letter bygrams. Then you compute percentage. Okay, then you have the percented map. Okay, then you draw SVG percented map. Okay, there is something we want to fix. We want to change the draw SVG to take a, should you be percent, I mean, should the argument be a map of bygram counts, or should it be a map of bygram percentage? I think it should be just bygram count. So okay, so that's minor issue. So this is about the code design of the code function. Design of the function. Should this draw SVG function take? Let's write it down. Okay. Should the function take function argument be map of bygram count or map of bygram percentage? It should be count, because that's better design, because count is more common. Yeah, so this is a minor point we want to fix. Okay. Okay, so now let's go back to the draw SVG function. So we can see the draw SVG function is there, and continue here the function update. Then we draw the SVG. Then the show box is where the textual data is going to be inserted. So show box text content equals to JSON string file, then percentage map. Okay, so here one of the thing we want to change is we don't want the percentage map, we want the count, because the percent, it's too many digits. So let's change it to count. Okay, so before we count, so we need to also, hold on a second. So let's copy that. Filtered map, bygram map. Okay, so we want a constant name will be filtered bygram map, and the value will be this. Okay. So we want just the letters of the bygram. Okay, so copy that. Then this part, let me show you. So it'll be just that. Okay, then filtered. Then when we want to insert the data, it should just be filtered bygram map. Okay. So now I think we fixed one thing, prettify the code, and now we prettify the code. Now this is actually a TypeScript file. You can see at the bottom it's a TypeScript. And how can you tell? Also because you see this thing, that's a type. That's, TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. So any JavaScript is also TypeScript. But however, so TypeScript, so what's a superset? TypeScript adds types. You can declare types in a JavaScript variable. So here you are looking at this HTML input element. That's a TypeScript thing. That says this text area is of the type HTML input element. So this is from TypeScript. So because this file is TypeScript, we need to compile it to JavaScript. Otherwise, the browser wouldn't understand. So let's compile, okay? Xar compile TypeScript compile file. Enter. Great. It says shell command succeeded with no output. Now, if we go to diode, you can see this is our TypeScript and this is the JavaScript. And you can open the JavaScript. Basically, you can see the code is basically the same, except you see it removed that TypeScript thing. So okay, so anyway, so back to this file, close. So you see, then we go back to JavaScript to the browser, refresh. Fantastic. Now let's magnify. You see, now we got the count instead of the huge, decimal numbers. That's the ratio. Now this is fantastic. Okay, now let's type AB. Let's copy the AB space. Okay, copy, paste. So AB becomes the most frequent. Okay. Now we actually fixed one thing. Now let's go back to the code, go to the top. Let's see what else we need to do. Okay, we need to add two options. Add a option so that only the top 20 bygram are included. Okay, let's do this one. Add a option so that only the top 20 bygrams are included. Okay. So we need to add an option in the HTML, a checkbox. So how do we do that? That's easy. You go to Xar JavaScript. Just search for JavaScript in depth. Okay, hold on a second. JS in depth. You'll find my website. JavaScript in depth. Go there. Then you go to DOM. DOM is the document object model, which is basically an API in browser that lets you code JavaScript and connect to all the browser's elements, such as the window, such as the text box, such as click, getting a click or move the elements, anything you want. That's how web applications are written, JavaScript and DOM. DOM is kind of the API that controls the browser. And by the way, it's also how TypeScript, that's how also the Atom editor and VS Code, Microsoft VS Code, they are written in this API called Electron, which is pretty good. And Electron is written using the Google Chrome's browser, and it's basically written in JavaScript and DOM. So DOM is the all-important thing when you code JavaScript. So we are here. Why are we here? Because we need to add a checkbox. So I'm going to show you how to add a checkbox. You see, a checkbox. So here is how you write a checkbox. So married, no, yes. So you click on that, you can see the result update as you click. So okay, checkbox. So here is the HTML code. Copy it, shrink back to the browser, close that, go to the HTML file. So paste the text box, checkbox here. So we have here the code. Checkbox 1, let's rename it. ID checkbox show top 20. Okay, so you'll say show top 20. Okay, type checkbox name show top 20, and value we don't care about value. What the value should be. Okay, I forgot. Okay, value is optional. If omitted, the default value is on. Yeah, we don't need the value. Checked is optional. Okay, so by default it's checked. We don't need the value. Delete the value. Okay, so that's a show checkbox, and let's put a label for the show top 20. So that's the label. Show top 20 only. So here we got that. And the result, we don't need this result box. We don't need, okay? Now, show in browser. So you see we got the checkbox working. Now it does nothing because we haven't done any JavaScript to it. Now let's go to the JavaScript and do something to it. Okay, so copy the ID for this input box. That's what we need. Copy it. Now open the JavaScript file. And at the top, over here, we're gonna add it here. So copy that. There it is. So this line will grab this checkbox element. That's right. Now, but how do you know that checkbox is checked or not? We go back to the checkbox tutorial. So here is the JavaScript that tells you how to know if a checkbox is checked or not. So copy the code back to JavaScript code. Then you go back to all the way to the bottom. Then you first of all create an empty area. Just paste it here. Okay, paste our code here. So this part is what we are going to add. So we want to first of all add an event listener. Okay, so add event listener. So okay, so what's the name of our checkbox? Show top 20. Okay, show top 20, add event listener. Then input means whenever it changed. That's right. So you see, we can see example from the code here. So here is the checkbox, add event listener. Yeah, so the event name is input. That means whenever the checkbox is changed, then it will call this function. Okay, now don't worry about the third argument. You can look up the event listener if you are interested. So so this line show top 20 dot event listener and blah blah blah. This line means whenever the checkbox is changed, it will call the function fupdate. Okay. So that means whenever it's changed, close that. Whenever it's changed, talk show. So whenever it's changed, it will redraw the SVG basically. So okay, so what else we need to do? So about the checkbox, okay, okay. So whenever the checkbox is changed, it will redraw it. But however, our code to redraw it has not changed. So right now it does nothing. We need to add code. And we still don't know how to know in JavaScript how do you know whether the checkbox is checked. Right now, so far, this line only tells the JavaScript to run the update code whenever it's changed. So how do you know it's checked? So back to the code here. Color picker, not color picker, the show checkbox. So how do you know it's checked? Here, okay. So here is the code that tells you. So here is the code. Okay, so let me simplify this so you can see. So here is a sample update function. Then you have showbox1 text content equals to checkbox 1 checked to string. Okay, so how do you know it's checked? Simple. Checkbox.checked. It will return true or false. Okay. So this code we need to. So now let's modify the update code here. wait, show top dot checked. Okay, this will tell us it will be true or false. So if this is true, then you need a code truncate the bygram map. Else do nothing. Okay, so how do you do this? So we need to write a function that truncates map object. Okay, we need to write that function. And okay, so overall, how do you do this? So bygram map equals to string to bygram okay. Any comments, questions, comments? No comments. Hello, Justin. Hello, Justin. Hey, Justin, the Haskell coder, Justin from Canada. Hey. So okay, so let's do this. Coding, coding and thinking. That's and I need to talk. I need to keep talking because otherwise it wouldn't be a good video. So I need to talk what I'm thinking. So what we need to, okay, so if it's checked, then yeah, we need some sort of okay, let me just do it and explain. So first of all, okay, cut that. First of all, bygram map is that yeah, this is not so good. So let's say bygram map 1, okay? Then bygram map 2. Let's say bygram map 2, okay? Yeah, so okay, let's use a ternary expression. Let's use a if expression. Okay, then I'm gonna show you what that is. Where is my shortcut? If expression. So here we have a if statement, but we want a if expression instead. Okay, there it is. So if the test is that if that's true, then truncate the bygram map, okay? Otherwise, the bygram map will be just remain the same, okay? Basically, that's what we want to do. Now we need a function to truncate. That's right. Okay. Prettify. Cannot prettify because what's going on? Formatting something line 140 unexpected token. Okay. Apparently Deno cannot accept this thing. And Deno freaked out. Oh yeah, because we don't have a value. So okay, so we need to give it a dummy value here. Okay. Now prettify the code. Yeah, works. Okay, now shrink the window. Now truncate the bygram map. Okay, so now we need to write a function that truncate the bygram map. How to do that? I've already written a code. Let's just copy it. Okay, let's not. I've already written the code before. you can find it. Let's go. Xali keyboard. Okay, search for Xali keyboard blog. Go there. Then you go to layout. Then you go to this page. Then you go to let's go to okay, go all the way down, and here is interactive character counter. Okay, so I already have a code here that allows you to truncate, for example, top 30 only. You see that option? So that option is what we need. The code is already here. So yeah, so copy this URL back to browser, open that URL in my local file, so you can see this is the local version of that web page, and search for JavaScript. So you can see in this file, XAR keyboard library.js, I already have a truncate map function. So let's search for it. TRUNC. Okay, there it is. This is the function. Let's just copy it, close it, close it. Now we are back in our bygram stuff here. So the truncate function, let's paste it here. Let's see if it works. I mean, let's have a look. So truncate map takes a map and n, return a new map containing only the top n entries. Top means value is bigger number. Okay, so we cannot actually use this function because this function truncates the map, but however the map, it assumes the map's key and value pairs. The keys are single characters and value is a number. So it truncates containing only the top n entries. Top means value is bigger number. Okay, actually we can use this. Yeah, so I get, okay, so let's copy the code and put the code here. Let's put the code above, near the filter. Okay, so let's put the code here. Okay, truncate map. Now let's go down to where we are. Where here it says truncate bygram. We'll just call the function that and 20. We want the top 20 bygrams, so that should work. We will see if it does or not. Prettify the code. Okay, it made it into one line. Good. Compile the code. Typescript compile file. Error. Property checked does not exist on type HTML element. Yeah, this is very annoying. This is one of the annoying thing about TypeScript. So in order to fix that, because it's saying the problem is here. The show top 20.checked, it returns true or false. But however, TypeScript is having problem knowing what exactly type it returns. You see it says property checked does not exist on type HTML element. So here is a HTML element, the show top 20. It doesn't have checked property, but actually the HTML input element does have it. So you actually have to kind of say this. Let me show you. Okay, so okay, let me show you. Hold on a second. Copy that. Let me show you the modified version. Okay, so this is what you need to add. Okay, so let's remove the first one. Prettify the code. There it is. Okay, compile the code again. Do it. error cannot find name. Oh yeah, cannot find name bygram map. Yeah, because we renamed it to bygram map 2. So here, yeah, put it there. Now there's some inefficiencies going on, but let's not worry about it. Why? Why is there inefficiency? Because you see, we are sorting the map here. But however, when you do the truncate, you are also sorting it. You need to sort it before you truncate because you want the top 20. So it's no good to have sort kind of repeated. So you want to sort it first. Yeah, but that's if we are going to fix that, that's gonna take another 5 or 10 minutes. But we have a lot to do, so let's just skip it for the video. Okay, so now compile the script. It works. So let's check the code before we check it in the browser. So we have map 1. Let's rename map 1 to because it's not good to have data names like 1, 2, 3 because you have no idea what the yeah, but sometimes it's a pain. Okay, so map 1, map 2 is the map we are going to work on. So if the show top 20 is checked, we truncate it. Good. Otherwise, we just use map 1. Okay. So we already written that function. Good. Then sort map 2. Okay, we don't need to sort it anymore because when you truncate, it's already sorted. Let's check the truncate function documentation or the code. So let's jump to truncate here. So it's sorting it. I don't think we need to sort any more. So let's kind of try to be smart. We don't need to sort anymore. Okay. Then what is the percentage map? That's for the SVG. That's for feeding it to the SVG draw SVG function. Okay, so compile it again. Go back to browser, magnify, go to the bygram calculator, refresh. Okay, copy the entire page, copy it, select all, copy, then select this, paste. Looks like it's working. Now if we uncheck the show top 20 only, uncheck, it is working. Fantastic. Okay, so when you uncheck, it's not sorted. So actually we need that sort function back. So this is one-shot coding. This is kind of my style of coding because I prefer to understand almost everything, then just do it once instead of I believe most programmers prefer trial and error, like go do a little bit as you go. Okay, refresh. Yeah, show top 20 only. Select all, copy, paste here, and unclick show top 20. Well, it's still not. Wait, refresh. Select all. Let's try it again. It's not. Oh yeah, I see. So you need to actually you need to sort. Actually this line should be moved up. Yeah. Okay. So hold on a second. So let's fix these minor details. So first of all, you have the raw map, the raw bygram. Then you want to sort map. Okay. Okay, so let's do it here so you can see what's going on. So here, replace it by that. Okay. Yeah, so bygram map 2 is sorted. Then you don't need to sort here anymore. So let's rename it. Instead of bygram 2, let's just say bygram map sorted. Okay. Compile it. Back to browser. Refresh. Copy the entire page, paste it here, unclick, show top 20. Fantastic! Our code is working. Now, let's see the next thing we need to do. What time is it? 5:04. I have to go in 5 minutes. Okay, so let's go. Let's see the next thing we need to do. Add an option so that only the top 20 bygrams are included. Okay, that's done. Now here, add an option so that the bygram is just a letter or may include punctuation and other character. Okay, okay, we need to do that eventually. Let's just do it now, okay? So now, we already done an option, a checkbox before, so now we can actually do it quickly. So close that, go to the HTML file, copy the checkbox code, and now this should be show letters only. Okay, show letters only. Okay, and it should be checked by default, yes. Okay, now we copy that. Now we go back to the JavaScript code. Go to the top. We need to add another element, show letters only. Okay, now go to the bottom and we need to add another event listener, okay, for the show letters only. So we have 3 event listeners, the text area, the show top 20 checkbox, and show letters only checkbox, okay? Now, if the show letters only is true, we need to, we need to kind of the truncate, we need to filter, okay? So, yeah, so we are getting into kind of a efficiency issue again. We need to like refactor our code, because if we just add another constant variable, that's inefficient memory wise, because every time, so because this way you have several copies of the bygram. One version is the original version, then you have a sorted version, then you have a show letters only version. If you are a perfectionist, that's not good. You don't want to have several copies of this almost the same data that you don't use. You just want one copy. So we need to do some refactor. But again, I'm doing a video, so maybe let's just push on. Okay, yeah, let's just push on. Refactor, that's, refactoring code, how you design your code. That's a very interesting topic. We can actually dive in depth and into that. And we are seeing an example of the situation where, you have the choice of either, having several constants of this almost the same data or not. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. So show, let's see, so basically you want that, okay? So if the show letter only is checked, then what you do, then you want to filter, okay? Then you basically filter, you kind of call this code, yeah. Yeah, so let's do that, okay? So first of all, if expression, okay, then the condition is this one, okay? Then, so if it is checked, we want to filter, that's right. Otherwise, don't, okay? And this will be a new variable, and this will be the name of the variable will be 3. Okay, it's kind of stupid. Okay, then okay, yeah, so this will be like that. So this bygram x will be 4, okay? So actually, so let's again refactor a little bit. And let's refactor, you know, so actually we can, at this point, either we refactor, first of all, rename some of these and refactor so that it doesn't duplicate, or we can just try it. Okay, let's just try it. JavaScript compile file, it should work. Let's check first. So bygram map 3, if show letters only is checked, then we filter it, otherwise don't, okay? Then, okay, this is silly. Then, yeah, so this is silly. Then we compute a percentage. Okay, percentage map, actually we don't need that variable. We just start to draw the SVG, then stringify and print the bygram values. Yeah, yes. Compile the code. Back to browser, magnify, go to the top, refresh, test to see if this works. Yeah. Now select or copy, go here, select or paste. So you can see there's a lot of punctuation here. You know, there's a space, there's a emoji, there is, you know, quite a lot of punctuation and brackets. But now let's uncheck show letters only. Okay, it's actually working. So you can see we have, you know, that showing up there. So let's try this. Okay, let's just type the brackets. Let's just type comma. Yeah, so you see, comma, space. Yeah, so you see, it's yeah, so it's working. Okay, it's working. Now I have to go actually. So so until next time, I guess we will do another video to continue to make this bygram calculator, interactive bygram bar chart, to be beautiful. There are quite a few things we need to fix yet. For example, the count does not show up along with the label, and also the top one, you know, the most frequent, which is the comma, you cannot see the label because it actually went outside of the SVG. And that's a bit tedious to fix because then you need to adjust all the height of the bars. And today we haven't touched any of the SVG code. You can see the SVG code is this draw SVG code. We need to change the height. So that's it for today. So thank you for watching. Yeah, I guess that's it. And if you like my stuff, Patreon me, Amazon gift card me, PayPal me, or buy Kazaa JavaScript in-depth tutorial. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna shut down in 2 minutes or so. Thank you for demonstration. Thank you, Esteban or Vera. Where you from? So let's chat random chat. Let's chat random chat. Justin Hayes Jones. He is a Haskell expert. Actually, I think you are more of the Scala expert, right? You code Scala in your day job. And if you guys search, he's got a YouTube account doing tutorials of Scala coding, right? Yeah, okay. That's it for today. I'm gonna shut down. So yeah, fantastic. So today we did this JavaScript SVG bar chart, and although it took an hour, but it's pretty smooth. Okay, my alarm clock. Crap. Okay. Cables. I need to get a wireless headphone or something. Yep, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Mexico, fantastic.